So like we've said, boundaries are very important in helping us to build our self-respect, because this is now how we know we value ourselves. So most importantly, we need to communicate to the person that we're dealing with, and telling them, this is how I like this to be done, or this is how far you can go with this situation, in this situation. So every time you're setting a boundary, you're actually saying yes to yourself, and not necessarily no to the other person. You're just making it clear how you want to be treated. So how can we set our boundaries gracefully? So number one, this is all about communication. So we need to be very clear. Just use simple, direct language. If it's a no, that's a full sentence. You don't need to explain something, but if you feel like you really need to explain it, be clear and be simple. Just use direct language. Explain to them in a simple manner. You also need to be firm, because some of the times we say no and it feels like maybe, I'm not so sure. Oh, you can do that, yes. So, but you need to be firm. Being firm shows that you have principles and you have guidelines that you follow in your life. So don't over explain, don't apologize for not being the person that other person wants you to be. Just be firm in what you're saying to that person, the boundary that you're setting. You also need to be consistent. So for instance, if I had lent my friend, say, 20 shillings or 200 shillings last week, and I told them, I'll be in a tight spot, but I can give you 200 shillings. But then you have to refund me within the next week. But then the following week, they come back and say, hey, it's really, really, nothing has changed. I still need some more money. Can you lend me some 500 shillings? Then you need to be alert, and then you need to be consistent and tell them, last time we spoke about this and I told you I'm in a tight spot, so I cannot help you. I cannot come through for you. You have to enforce the boundaries that you set in the first place. Because when you don't, then people will start thinking, Sky is never strict on anything. I can do anything. By asking, will just give me. Yeah. Then, of course, we need to be kind at the same time. There's no need to be rude. As long as it's simple, clear, I am firm about what I am saying. Number one, I've not insulted you. I've not used any derogative words. I've not cursed at you. I have been very kind and respectful. And I think that you should reciprocate. All right? So be clear, be firm, be consistent, and be kind. So maybe you want to start thinking about what areas in your life you've had people go beyond the boundaries that you think you should have set in the beginning, from the beginning. Okay, so these are some of the examples of sentences that we can use. So if you are busy doing something else and you don't want to go out, probably say, I'm not available at that time. Or someone wants to talk to you about something that when you're not available at that time, it's a very simple statement. Just say, that doesn't work for me, or I need time to think about that. If someone is pressuring you so much to deliver and someone is actually yelling at you, you don't need to yell back, because then you're both on the same level. So just tell them, please don't raise your voice at me. Calm down. Let's talk when we're both calm. So those are some of the sentences that you can use. You can tell these are very simple sentences. You don't need to be too English. You don't need to use too much jargon to explain what you want to put across. And you don't need to apologize for being the person that you want to be and for knowing how you want to be treated by other people. Okay, so what if they don't like the boundaries that you've set? Of course, discomfort is part of the growth, and this happens mostly in friendships. Sometimes we outgrow friendships and relationships because life happens and you start getting responsible for other things, and you can't keep babying somebody or treating them the way you used to treat them, because you're also growing and you want to be firm in your stand. So the most important thing to know is that you're not responsible for that other person's feelings. If they accept what you're telling them, that's okay. If they don't accept it, that's okay. It's not up to you. It's up to them to get to the terms of which you're laying down on the table. Yeah. So if you want, if you have one of those relationships or friends, maybe you can try this with them. And you've been feeling guilty or resenting yourself because you've been doing something over and over again. You keep telling them, but they're not listening to you. It means you need to be firm and you need to be consistent with the boundary that you set in the past. Okay. So as much as you deserve boundaries, so does everyone else. Everyone else will have boundaries. I remember getting my sister's dress without her permission, and she was ballistic about it. So I think that's one of the very simple lessons that you can learn. When someone tells you that they don't want something done in a certain way or they prefer something done in a different way, take the time to listen and acknowledge what they're actually saying, because if it was you in their position, you would want them to listen to you as well. So it's important also to not take it personally, because it's about them, it's not about you. Yeah, just like when you're setting your boundaries, it's about you, it's not about them. So those are the clear cut lines. So before, and if you're not sure that this person has a boundary, like, can I step on his shoes? You really don't want to go stepping on people's shoes, because then that will bring strife in relationships. So it's okay to just ask that person, hey, is it okay if I use a laptop for an hour or so? Is it okay if I borrow your cup? Is it okay? So be open about it. Don't just go grabbing other people's things and items just because they're your friends. This applies to phones as well. Wives and husbands. Okay. So what are the key takeaways from today's masterclass? I think we've learned that boundaries protect our peace. There's a way in which we can teach people how to treat us. And also there's a way that we are supposed to treat other people. So basically the power begins with a boundary. In this manner, you're able to have your own inner peace, because in your mind, you'll be thinking, hey, I already told this person I cannot do this, and I'm okay with having told them that. And if they don't take it, that's fine. I'm still going to stick to my boundaries. I still need to protect my space, my inner feelings, my emotions, my mental stability. And that's where the power lies. Right. So here are just some questions I'd like to ask. Maybe you can post them on the comment section or on the chat. Where in your life do you consistently say yes when you really want to say no? So if you have a notebook or you have a notepad somewhere, you can probably write maybe 5 things, 3 to 5 things. I can think of maybe 3 to 5 things that I keep saying yes to and I really want to say no. And why? Ask yourself, why have you been doing it? Is it because you're scared you don't want to hurt that other person's feelings? Or is it because you've never actually thought why you've never said no? Yeah. So the other question is, when was the last time you felt resentment towards someone? I think this mostly falls under the physical boundaries, emotional boundaries, material boundaries. And you need to define which boundary was missing and how you can reinstate it into your life so that You stop feeling that guilt, stop feeling that resentment. Yeah? And then the third question is, whose approval are you still seeking by neglecting your boundaries? The most important thing to know is that you are the first person in your life. Like, you're the only person who's going to live your life. No one else is going to live your life. So whose approval are you waiting for to tell you how to live your life? Right? I think that's an important question. Yeah, and finally, I'll leave you with this quote. You don't owe anyone unlimited access.